So, the preview for the Empire of Man was featured yesterday on Warhammer Community as part of the giant splurge of new releases that were revealed. There are some obvious returning new models that we expected to see. Pretty much all of the kind of the plastic Empire range that was released during 7th and 8th edition of Fantasy is coming back. So all the stuff that basically until a few months ago had been the Cities of Sigmar range, now it's back where it belongs, in the old world. That includes the Knightly Order set we have seen revealed. That's coming in a great giant big box set. We've also had revealed the cover art for the Battle Tome, the flavor pamphlet, the Arcane Journal, that's what they call them. That's been revealed as well. I've got to say, it's not as nice as some of the artwork we've seen on other Arcane Journals, but it's still pretty cool. What we have also had revealed is the 2 thematic army lists that will feature within the Arcane Journal. Those are the Army of Nuln and a Knightly Orders army. I guess this will be kind of similar to what was featured in the Citadel Journal back in 6th edition and in the back of the Empire Army book during 6th edition as well, with lots of kind of core units of Inner Circle Knights and, units of Demigryphs and so forth. What we also saw is the remastered War Wagon, but that's not all. There are 2 sneaky new releases that were featured in the video that was shown as part of this preview. They are, I'm assuming, new models that will be revealed for the Empire. These might be, perhaps, we're suggesting, maybe the new special characters. And I'm going to give you a little bit more of an insight onto that in just a minute. But let's talk about the War Wagon. Yes, this has been remastered in Forge World resin. Actually, I was expecting this to come back as metal, perhaps as like a returning metal model, but in fact they've done exactly the same thing they did with stuff like the Screaming Skull Catapult and the Trebuchet and remastered it in resin. And it's also coming with a new Empire Engineer with a Hochland long rifle, which is pretty cool. There's a whole host of new returning metal models, including some absolute favorites such as the Teutogan Guard and the old school Empire Ogres. I can only assume that this means that not only will Empire get ogres in the way that they've kind of had them up until now as kind of dogs of war, but maybe they'll get them as a unit entry as well within the Empire Army. I am somewhat disappointed to see that we didn't get any kind of preview of halflings for the Empire. I was really crossing my fingers that we might get a re-release of the halfling models and they might feature in the Arcane Journal. That's not to say that they won't, but they didn't feature in the kind of army-wide panorama shot that featured as part of the preview video. Let's talk about those 2 new character models then. One of them is a really awesome kind of chonky looking knight on foot with a big kind of crested griffin helm, and he's got a hammer clenched in one hand. That's pretty cool. But the one I'm really excited about is the knightly mounted model next to it. I've taken a close look at that, and here's a quick screenshot for you to take a gander at. As you can see, it's mounted on a rearing horse, and there's some kind of horned crested helmet. I am going to suggest that this is the Grand Master of the Knights Panther. And what I think is really cool about this, and what makes me think this, is it would appear that they have made a replica of this beautiful classic artwork by John Blanche. If that's the case, just Games Workshop, shut up and take my money, okay? I want that model so bad. It's going to go out of stock. It's going to sell out like that. I mean, they're just going to run out of them constantly, like they did with the Bretonnian Damsel model that I think has been out of stock for 6 months and only recently came back into stock. But the other interesting thing that we saw in the preview video, tucked away in the back corner, is what I'm assuming is going to be a returning metal model, maybe on a made-to-order basis. It's the classic Empire hero on Pegasus. Oh, what a glorious model. Here's an example of what the classic painted model looked like back in the day. And here is the screenshot I grabbed from the video as well. So there's lots of exciting stuff that we can expect from the Empire in the coming months. We know that this isn't going to be released until after the new year. I am hoping that we might get a little bit more information in the kind of perhaps the next month or two, maybe as part of the Christmas kind of reveal. I mean, it's always possible that the Christmas Day reveal might be something like, oh, by the way, here's everything that's coming for the High Elves as well. And I might do you a video about that in the future. In the meantime, though, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this quick blast through the Empire Army reveal. Please, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. Otherwise, I will catch you next time. Bye for now.